Hello, my friend. This is Dr. John, and I'm grateful you're here with me today. You and I share something very important, the desire to live a long, healthy, and vibrant life. I know you care about your future, your family, and those moments you still want to experience, the trips you want to take, the people you want to see grow up, the joy you want to keep feeling in your everyday life. That's why I need to tell you something that could make a real difference for your heart, starting today. You may have seen the words on the screen, "This superfood shields your heart." I'm not exaggerating when I say this. The truth is, there's a food so simple, so naturally delicious, that most people walk past it in the grocery store without realizing it's like a little army of protectors for your arteries. I've seen patients turn their heart health around just by making this one change, adding berries into their daily routine. Now, I'm not talking about exotic powders or expensive supplements. I mean the humble, colorful blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries you can find almost anywhere. These little gems are packed with compounds called anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that help reduce inflammation in your blood vessels and improve the way your body handles cholesterol. Imagine your arteries as clean, flexible garden hoses, able to carry life-giving blood to every cell without strain or blockages. That's what anthocyanins help with, and your heart loves it. I remember a patient of mine, let's call her Maria. She was in her late 60s and she had just been told her cholesterol was creeping up and that her blood pressure was borderline high. She didn't want to start medication right away if she could avoid it, so we made a few gentle changes to her diet. One of them was simply adding a cup of mixed berries to her breakfast every single day. Over the next 6 months, her blood work improved, her blood pressure dropped slightly, and she told me she had more energy during her morning walks. She'd sprinkle blueberries over her oatmeal, toss strawberries into a smoothie, or just eat raspberries by the handful. Simple. No fads, and yet it worked. Now you might be wondering, how exactly do berries work their magic? When you eat these vibrant fruits, the anthocyanins travel through your bloodstream, where they help protect the lining of your arteries, the endothelium, from damage. They also help reduce something called oxidative stress, which is like rust forming inside your blood vessels. Over time, oxidative stress can lead to plaque buildup, narrowing your arteries and making your heart work harder. By lowering that oxidative damage and inflammation, berries help keep your blood vessels flexible and open, which means your heart doesn't have to fight to pump blood. There's another benefit you might not expect. Berries can actually help with blood sugar control. Even though they're sweet, they have a low glycemic index, meaning they won't spike your blood sugar like refined carbs or sugary snacks do. This is important because high blood sugar over time damages blood vessels, contributing to heart disease. So whether you're managing diabetes or just trying to keep your metabolism healthy, berries are a friend you want on your plate. Let me tell you about another person I worked with, Tom, a 72-year-old retired teacher. He'd always loved gardening, but he found himself getting tired more quickly, sometimes feeling short of breath after just a few minutes of work. His doctor had warned him that his heart wasn't as strong as it used to be. Tom decided to take small daily steps to help his heart. One of them was planting his own berry bushes in the backyard. It was the perfect combination of light exercise, sunshine, and fresh produce. Within a year, he had baskets of blueberries and blackberries to enjoy, and the bonus was that he felt better, stronger, and more confident in his body again. You see, it's never too late to start. Our bodies are remarkably responsive when we give them the right tools, and food is one of the most powerful tools we have. That's why I always tell my viewers, you don't need an extreme diet or expensive superfoods from halfway across the world. Sometimes the answer is as close as your local market. Now, before we go deeper, I want to pause for just a second to invite you, if you haven't already, to subscribe to this channel. Not because it's just another button to click, but because each week I share simple, science-backed ways you can protect your health, stay strong, and live the life you want for as long as possible. And when you subscribe, you join a community of people who believe in taking small daily steps towards better health. All right, back to our heart-boosting berries. There's another layer to this story that's worth mentioning: fiber. Most people underestimate how much fiber matters for heart health. The soluble fiber in berries helps bind to cholesterol in your digestive system, pulling it out of the body before it can enter your bloodstream. That's a gentle, natural way of lowering LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol, without medication. And here's the beauty of it. Unlike some high-fiber foods that can be hard to digest, berries are soft, easy on the stomach, and enjoyable to eat. I had a gentleman named Peter who was skeptical about making any diet changes. "I'm too old for that," he'd say with a shrug. But his daughter convinced him to try my berry challenge, a simple habit of eating 1 cup of berries every day for 3 weeks. By the end of the month, he was hooked. He told me it wasn't just about the health benefits. It was the little ritual of making himself a bowl of vibrant colors in the morning, feeling like he was actively caring for himself. His next blood test showed modest but real improvements, enough for his doctor to smile and say, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it." And there's one more thing. Berries can also support healthy blood pressure. Potassium, magnesium, and those antioxidants work together to help relax blood vessel walls, making it easier for your heart to push blood through. Think of it like smoothing out the wrinkles in a garden hose so the water flows freely again. I want to take you deeper into how to make this a daily habit and a few little tricks to get the most out of these heart-protecting fruits, but I think this is a good place to pause our story for a moment before we get into the second half. In just a moment, I'll share how to choose the best berries, when to eat them for maximum benefit, and how they can fit into a heart-protective lifestyle that's both delicious and sustainable. All right, let's continue. When it comes to choosing the best berries for your heart, there's good news. You don't have to buy only fresh, organic fruit to get the benefits. Frozen berries are just as powerful, and in some cases even more nutrient-dense because they're picked at peak ripeness and frozen right away, locking in all those antioxidants. This means you can enjoy heart-protecting berries year-round, even when they're not in season. I often tell my patients to keep a bag of frozen blueberries or strawberries in the freezer. They can be tossed into a smoothie, stirred into warm oatmeal, or even eaten straight as a cool, refreshing snack. If you do buy fresh berries, remember that their delicate skins mean they spoil faster than other fruits. Wash them only when you're ready to eat them, to keep them from becoming mushy. And if you find them on sale, don't hesitate to freeze them yourself. Spread them out on a tray so they don't clump together, then store them in a sealed bag. It's like creating your own supply of little heart pills from nature. Now, when's the best time to eat berries? Honestly, your heart will thank you any time of day, but I find that having them in the morning gives you a steady start. They pair beautifully with whole grains like oats and with healthy proteins like Greek yogurt or nuts. This combination slows down digestion, keeps your blood sugar stable, and gives you energy that lasts through the morning. If mornings aren't your thing, berries also make a perfect mid-afternoon snack, especially if you tend to crave something sweet around that time. They satisfy that craving while actually working to protect your heart. Here's a little trick I share with my patients. Combine berries with dark chocolate that's at least 70% cocoa. Why? Because dark chocolate is rich in flavanols, another heart-friendly compound that helps with blood vessel flexibility. Just a few squares of dark chocolate with a handful of berries feels indulgent, but you're actually giving your body a double boost of cardiovascular protection. I recall a couple, Sam and Linda, who both had a family history of heart disease. They decided to make a small but meaningful daily ritual. After dinner, instead of dessert loaded with sugar and unhealthy fats, they'd share a bowl of mixed berries with shaved dark chocolate on top. Over the years, it became something they looked forward to, a little moment of connection and care for each other. When Linda's cardiologist later remarked how stable her heart health had remained despite her genetic risk, she smiled and said, "It's our sweet medicine." Now, berries alone won't do all the work. They're one part of a heart-protective lifestyle, but they're a powerful part. If you pair them with other simple habits, you can multiply the benefits. Stay active with activities you love, walking, dancing, swimming, even gardening. Keep your stress levels in check through deep breathing or spending time with people who lift you up. And yes, include plenty of other colorful fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. But here's the thing, I've found that once people make berries a daily habit, they start naturally making other healthy choices. It's like a domino effect. One small action leads to another, and before you know it, you've transformed your routine without feeling like you've given up anything. Something else to keep in mind, berries may also help with weight management. Because they're high in water and fiber but low in calories, they fill you up without weighing you down. This matters for your heart because excess weight increases the strain on your cardiovascular system. I had one patient, Claire, who began replacing her afternoon cookie with a cup of mixed berries. Over time, she not only lost a few pounds without dieting, but she noticed her energy levels stayed more consistent through the day. That steady energy helped her stay more active, which further benefited her heart. Let's not forget hydration. While berries contribute a bit to your water intake, pairing them with a glass of water or an herbal tea, like hibiscus tea, which also supports healthy blood pressure, can be an easy way to nourish your heart from two angles at once. Think of it as layering your protection, like wearing both sunscreen and a hat on a sunny day. If you ever feel unsure about whether small changes can make a difference, remember this: your heart is an incredibly adaptive muscle. Even after years of wear and tear, it can respond positively to better nutrition, movement, and stress management. I've seen people in their 70s and 80s make changes that improved their heart function, lowered their medication needs, and gave them more energy to enjoy life. So, my friend, here's my gentle challenge to you. Starting today, add 1 cup of berries to your diet. It doesn't matter if it's blueberries in your morning oatmeal, or a strawberry smoothie for lunch, or frozen blackberries eaten like candy after dinner. Do it every day for the next 21 days, and notice how you feel. Look for subtle changes, maybe more steady energy, maybe less afternoon fatigue, maybe even an improvement in your digestion. And know that inside your arteries are quietly thanking you. Your heart is precious. It's the engine that keeps your body alive, but it's also deeply connected to your emotions and your sense of vitality. Protecting it is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, and it's never too late to start. I want you to picture yourself a year from now. You've kept up small, consistent habits, a cup of berries here, a walk there, a few moments each day to breathe and let go of stress. You feel lighter, stronger, and more confident in your body. You can keep up with your loved ones, you have the stamina to do the things you enjoy, and your doctor smiles when they look at your health markers. That future is possible, and it starts with the choices you make today. So go ahead, pick up that bowl of berries, smile at their vibrant colors, and know you're taking a simple but powerful step toward a healthier, stronger heart. And as always, I'm here cheering you on every step of the way. Until next time, my friend, take care, stay consistent, and keep your heart happy.